Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday already. Can you believe it? We are going to learn about another animal that lives in South America today. This one is really neat, beautiful, very colorful, and it is the toucan. So here is our nonfiction text about the toucan. So here's our table of contents that we find in the beginning of the book, right after the front cover. And we see that we're going to learn about life in the rainforest, tree houses, fruit fans, and then we'll have our glossary to learn more and our index. So without further delay, let's get started learning about toucans. Life in the rainforest. Toucans are colorful rainforest birds. They perch in the trees of Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. So here is the toucan range. So again, here is our continent of South America, and you can see the yellow is the range where this specific toucan lives. So some toucans also live in Central America and the Caribbean, which would be included in the continent of North America. But this bird is in South America. So here is a picture. We can look at this caption right underneath it. Remember, a caption tells you more about what's in the picture, and it says the toucan. All right. Rainforests are hot and humid. So that word humid is in bold. That means we're going to find it where? In our glossary. Large bills let out heat to keep toucans cool. Ooh, neat. So here is their long bill, and they actually let out heat. That's neat. This biome has many tropical plants. Colorful feathers help toucans blend in. So here is the keel-billed toucan, which is a different kind of toucan. Really, really interesting. Neat. Toucans are adapted to live in trees. Again, that word adapted is in bold, so we're going to find out what that word adapted means in our glossary. Here is our special adaptations, though. They have a very large bill and some short wings. They also have very sharp claws. They have curved toes and sharp claws. These help the birds grip branches. So of course, if you're a bird, you want to have some claws that you can really wrap around branches so that you don't end up falling off. Toucans do not need to fly far. The rainforest canopy has many close branches. All right, canopy, another one of our words that's going to be in our glossary. Though birds have small wings, they hop from branch to branch, so they don't need to fly very far, so they hop instead. Toucan stats: conservation status, least concern, lifespan up to 20 years. So here is a little chart, and in the green it says least concern. That's where the toucans are. That means that there's lots of toucans living in the rainforest, and we don't need to be worried about them becoming extinct and not existing on Earth anymore. So there are levels to this. This lighter green says near threatened. The yellow says vulnerable. Then endangered, critically endangered, extinct in the wild. That means there's none left in the wild. There's only some left maybe in zoos or other places where they're trying to protect them. And then extinct, which means that there's none left. So lots of toucans, least concern. All right, tree houses. Trees hide toucans from predators. We've seen that word predators a lot this week. A predator is an animal that eats another animal. At night, toucans roost in the leafy branches. They build nests inside hollow trees. So over here on the left, we have the plate-billed mountain toucan. And then over here on the right, we have the red-breasted toucan. Very cool. So there's lots of different kinds of toucans is what I'm learning. Toucans make the rainforest a noisy place. Their loud croaks warn other toucans of danger. Long chirps call the flock to feeding spots. So here's a yellow-throated toucan on the left, and then on the right it says flock, which we're going to find out in just a minute what that word means. Fruit fans. Many fruits grow in the rainforest. Toucans especially like guavas and figs. Guava is a really neat kind of fruit, and figs, you might not have had a fig before, but if you have had a fig Newton, then you have had a fig before. They make it into like a jam kind of stuff and then put it in that lovely little cookie. So you might have not had a raw fig before, but you might have unknowingly had a bit of a fig. Delicious fruit. Their bills have saw-like edges to snip and peel food. Neat. So if you look really closely right here, you can see that it does kind of resemble a saw. White-throated toucan here, and again, I think that he's named that because look at all that white on his throat. Toucans eat meat too. Oh my goodness. They sometimes snack on small birds and insects. They snatch food with their long, narrow tongues. Tongue bristles help them catch and taste food. And then right here in this purple box, it says toucan diet. And it says great southern white butterfly caterpillars, figs, and what does this bottom one say? I can't quite see it. Oh, well. Oh, guavas. Wonderful. All right. Toucans like to play with their food. They toss fruit into the air and swallow it whole. Later, they spit out the seeds. Toucans help rainforests grow. So think in your head, if they are eating these fruits and then they're keeping the seeds in their mouth and then they move away from the plant where they got that seed and they drop it, then that seed might grow a new plant. So they're actually helping to grow new plants all over the rainforest. So they're really helping. All right, here's our glossary. We have a lot of words. So the first word was adapted, which means well suited due to changes over a long period of time. So what does that mean? They said one of their adaptations was that they have very short wings. Well, toucans don't need to fly very far because there's so many trees in the rainforest, they hop. So they don't really need long wings that will help them fly long distances. So their bodies adapted and now they have short wings. Bills. A bill is just another name for a beak. And we talked about yesterday how the pink river dolphins even have beaks. A biome is a large area with certain plants, animals, and weather. Bristles are like little stiff hairs. So if you've ever seen like a baby's brush to brush a baby's head, then usually they have really little bristles. Canopy, the uppermost level of the rainforest. So the canopy is way up high in the rainforest. Flock, a group of birds that live, travel, or feed together. So a big flock of birds. Humid means it's really hot and wet. Sometimes even here in Baltimore, it gets super humid. Insects, small animals with 6 legs and hard outer bodies. An insect's body is divided into 3 parts. Perch, if you're perched on something, it means you're sitting on a tree branch. Predators, we know that one, animals that eat other animals. Roost, when a bird picks a spot to sleep. And tropical, related to places that are hot and humid. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for learning more about toucans with me. There are some videos below and some additional books on Epic if you want to do some more research on your own, because toucans are really interesting and there's a lot of different kinds of them. All right, y'all, happy learning.